Hey, welcome to worshiptutorials.com.
.com.
Hosted today by
Bradford
and Brian.
And
Today, Bradford and I are showcasing a couple of new guitars that
don't look new.
No, they don't look new.
We did that on purpose.
Yeah, so we ordered these guys from MJT They will take a any kind of body or neck that you want, that you can send to them, that you can buy from them, and they will make it look like it's about 50 or 60 years old, which is what we've done with these guitars.
Well, we didn't do, but we had them do.
We had them do. So Bradford and I, a while back, decided we would like to play some Stratocaster style guitars.
We did.
Because they're awesome.
I think a big thing about a video like this is just letting you hear that we enjoy these guitars.
Yeah.
And you can hear our passion as opposed to reading about
right.
it, like, instead of reading a review. These guys have been with us every step of the way. They email us, and they're fine with us emailing them constantly. I wanted to email more, and not because of anything they did or didn't do, but I was just we always wanted to ask for pictures.
Yeah, well, here's the thing with these kinds of guitars. They're nitrocellulose finish.
What does that mean, Brian?
It's like the clear coat on the top. Well, so old guitars are made with are nitro finished, and the nitrocellulose. It's interesting because the nitro that was used in the 50s when Leo Fender was building these guitars is different than the nitro that's used now. It's illegal to make it because of environmental policy, which is nice. It's really nasty stuff. So
isn't there some law in California that they can't do something there that they can elsewhere?
I don't know.
Even still, isn't that the case?
I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, so there are, not all nitro is the same. That's one thing. And the old stuff is a little different than the new stuff. But nitro finished guitars have to cure for because I finished that sunburst telly that I had. I finished that in nitro, and you're supposed to let the thing cure for a month after you finish it.
Wow.
So what they do is they source the bodies and the necks, and then they finish them like new with a nitro finish, and then let that finish cure.
I didn't know that was part of it. That explains why.
That's what it takes a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they age it. So and you can get however much aging you want.
Yes.
In whatever look that you want. So
and they must.
What did we go for? I'd say these look like they're from the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 or 60-year-old guitars. So Bradford and I ordered these together.
The goal was to have matching sunburst.
The goal was to have matching sunburst Telecasters. But as you can see,
me.
I strayed far from the original plan. I went with a different color and a different pickup.
At one point, you wanted white with sunburst underneath, and then he was like, "Well, that's stupid. I don't want to do that."
Oh, so
anymore.
they will do that. They will do a
over. Is it called an overburst?
It's a color over a color. So
it's an underburst, technically.
Kind of. Well,
but I don't know what's called.
You do all different. So this is what happened in the 50s when Fender was making those guitars. They would finish them, and if there was a flaw in the finish or something, or if a customer wanted a custom color, they would just grab a guitar that was already done and put another color on it. So often, really old guitars, you will see as they start to age away, there's a color underneath.
Man, that's like an everlasting gobstopper.
I know.
Like you eat it and you don't know what color underneath. Can you imagine having one
layers
and
of awesome
and just wearing it down to the point where it's like white underneath? You're like, what the?
Well, a lot of them have white underneath them because that's the primer coat, but not yours because yours is a transparent finish. But this one would have white underneath. You can actually see it, right? Right there's some white.
Yeah. This is pretty.
So yeah, relic guitars are cool. I know some people have problems with relic guitars.
It's like buying jeans with holes in it already. We get it. We get it.
If they're not for you, then fine.
They're not for you.
They are for me.
They are for
Bradford because we like them. So these things feel awesome. They feel they feel broken in. You can get most any option you want. They are
pretty much.
You can completely customize.
If you can find it,
guitar.
If they don't quote unquote offer it, if you can find it elsewhere, you can send that to them
and they'll make it for you.
They'll do it.
And
just tell them what you want.
And their pricing is extremely competitive for what you get.
For now, and who knows what could happen.
So you better jump on the MJT train while it's still affordable.
While it's still only like a 3-month wait and affordable, as opposed to going up several $100s and a longer wait. Who knows? I mean,
they do really, really good work.
They do.
So both of us have an alder body, is that right?
Yeah.
Bradford has a vintage sunburst finish. I have a Sonic white finish on mine. Bradford's has a mint green pick guard. Mine initially was supposed to have a mint green pick guard, but we went to aged white or parchment. Both of them feature Porter pickups.
That's definitely consistent.
And goodness, they are good pickups. So Bradford, what pickups do you have in yours?
I asked, well, we've talked about Brian Porter a lot.
Yeah.
So I emailed him telling him what I wanted. I said,
I did too.
I'm a John Mayer fanatic that plays worship music more than anything. That's my job. It's what I do. I said, so I'd really like to still be able to venture into bluesy John Mayer territory, but that doesn't seem appropriate all the time, always, for worship stuff. So he said, he shot back within 30 minutes even. He said, you want the vintage custom set? And I was like, I trust you.
Okay.
That's what we did.
And he did not lead you astray.
He did not.
That guitar sounds awesome.
It sounds so good.
And that bridge pickup sounds really good, and a part of me wishes that I had that bridge pickup in this guitar. But
you would have at the beginning, but you had to venture astray.
I don't regret what I've done here because I like it. But so I also emailed Brian Porter, and I said, I want a humbucker bridge, single neck, and middle. And so I said, I like just a vintage Strat sound, but I want a humbucker that pairs well with that. And so he said, okay, you want the classic humbucker and the vintage neck and the vintage middle. So that's what we have here.
It sounds good.
And it sounds very good.
I almost wish I went with that. So
we can trade.
We could trade.
From time to time.
From time to time.
We have the same sort of neck profile on these things, which is kind of a modern C kind of a thing. Stainless steel frets on both of these. Bradford, you got aged maple.
I did. I was going to do rosewood.
The fingerboard, and I went with rosewood. See, you went a different direction.
I did. I was going to do rosewood.
So I'm playing through the Helix. I'm using an AC30 patch that's available at Worship Tutorials. Bradford is playing through the Agape Tribute, 18 watt
Tribute to
all tube amp. We got some Will Sledge pedals down there
for dirt.
The triple delay by TC Electronic.
That thing's awesome, simple and awesome.
You like it?
You can't ask for anything else. And the RV6.
Bradford is no stranger to delay computers. As he has owned very many of them.
I've owned a lot and back and forth.
What are you on currently?
Haha, very funny. I have a timeline still.
Okay.
I'm backed up. I have a third Big Sky though.
Oh gosh. Well, I have a Boss RV6.
How's that goes? Hey, on the RV6.
Yeah.
As a guy who loves his Big Sky, I would say an RV6 could cop a heck of a lot of those sounds.
Yeah, the RV6 is good.
Side note: in the middle of this MJT guitar video, that thing is boss.
Well, okay. So so this could serve as a couple things. Here you can see what the Helix sounds like compared to an Agape.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, and you can tell what this bridge pickup sounds like compared to that bridge pickup. Otherwise, these guitars are going to sound about the same. I'll play just an open G chord on my neck pickup, and you do the same. Let's turn off the delays. This is what it sounds like through the Helix.
And this is the Agape.
These neck pickups are very warm.
Yep.
This Agape is like a rounder, warmer sound. The AC30 is going to sound a little more, a little brighter. That's just the way it does. All right, neck middle.
And this is neck middle on mine here.
Here's the middle.
here's the middle.
All right, here's the bridge in the neck, and mine's gonna sound significantly different than Bradford. So if you ever wondered like what's the difference between a fat Strat or a HSS Strat humbucker versus single coils, hopefully this will help you figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is. I think the humbucker in the neck will give kind of a creamier sound, less quacky, but it's still there.
But still there. It's unique. It's a unique kind of quack.
Cool.
Each duck has its own kind of quack.
Here it is, and you know, Bradford and I are both sort of jealous of the other one's sounds.
Yeah, funny enough.
Let's go.
All right, so here's fourth position, second position.
Second. We're gonna
middle and bridge.
We're calling it second. Are you still in tune? That's the question. Oh man,
Almost.
pretty close.
Slightly out, but we haven't. I really think we'd have to give these times a little more time to set.
Yeah, we haven't had these guitars very long,
I think,
and we just did a setup on yours.
we
so it
just
might
did a
be
setup.
kinda like.
We just did.
All right, so we're gonna play the bridge pickup, and these are gonna sound significantly different. You probably noticed that the bridge net position sounded different, even though we are playing through different stuff. Hopefully you can tell that just
Still some similarities.
the bass tones are different. Here we go.
That's good right there.
That's good tone.
That's good.
The Helix sounds good. I hope what you've noticed as if you go Helix back to back with a very, very good tube amp,
is that they're both very, very
they're
good.
both really good. They sound different because this is an AC30 thing and this is not, but
still,
they still sound good. Let's hear what yours sounds like. So, very different sounds. The single coil bridge is what? Brighter? A little spankier. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I used to think, and I was wrong. That single coils were for clean sounds and humbuckers were for dirty sounds. Were for rock, which is not true.
It's not.
I mean,
it's not true.
It's stereotypically what you see.
Yeah, sure.
But like, you can put a lot of gain on a single coil and make it sound awesome.
Which is why,
and like rock and roll.
Well, which is why we're here to say Strats should totally be used more in worship music.
Yeah, they should.
They should be used more everywhere.
They're well, they are the most used guitars ever. So thank you so much for hanging out with Bradford and I while we were playing these beautifully made MJT Strat style guitars. If you want a very cool aged vintage style guitar, they do Strat styles, they do Tele styles, they do Jazzmaster.
That's what I want next.
They do Jaguar. They do Cabronita Tele.
Cabronita, thin lines.
Yeah. If you want any of that, they don't have to age it. They'll make it. They'll finish it to be like, they call it the closet clean finish. So give MJT a look. Send them an email. They'll be in touch. They're super nice people over there.
Yep.
We love our MJT guitars here
We
at
do.
Worship Tutorials. And our Porter pickups. And Brad and I are on a mission to bring the Strat back to worship music.
I'm bringing Stratso back. Yeah.
All right.
Them
See you next
other
time.
Guitars don't
Bye.
know how to act.